Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Welcome
Good
to
morning.
chemistry. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Good morning. Okay, so today we are going to learn about density, and we're going to learn about the standard 7, and it's going to be substances can be classified by their properties, including their melting temperature, density, hardness, and thermal electrical conductivity. So the formula for density is mass over volume. And we're going to be working with some liquids today. As you can see, I have some glasses on the table, and they're filled with clear liquids. Can anybody tell the difference between any of these? Have any guesses what's in them?
Well, the one on the far left is probably either the mineral water or the Sprite because it's bubbling.
Yeah, I wrote them on the board. You guys probably realized that already. Water, mineral water, rubbing alcohol, and Sprite, that's what's in there. Some of them you can see bubbles in there. And so I brought some ice cubes to class today, and we're going to put some ice cubes in here, and we're going to see if the ice cubes float or sink in the liquids. So let's see what happens. I honestly don't even know which ones these are because they all look the same. So let's see if I can get some ice cubes that kind of aren't stuck together. So the ice floats in this one. So does anybody want to guess what this one is?
I'm guessing maybe the water.
Alright, let's see. This one is water. Good job.
Yay.
Good job, Francisco. That's water. Alright, let's see what this one is. Ooh, the ice floats in that one too, and it kind of bubbled up, so let's see. Anybody want to guess what that one is?
Mineral water.
Mineral water. Let's see. Mineral water. Good job, Ashley. You guys are awesome. All right, my class is really smart.
Good guessers anyway.
All right, let's see what this one is. Okay, the ice totally synced in that one. What do we think's going on in this one?
That's some weird water.
That is some weird water.
I don't think it's water.
What do you think it is, Lacey?
I think it's the rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol. Let's see. Rubbing alcohol.
Yay,
Lacey, you guys
wow.
are awesome. All
I
right,
think
why
that
do we think the ice sunk in this one? Let's see. Let's try this one, and then maybe we'll go back. Okay, the ice is floating in this one too,
Oh, and it's really bubbly.
and it's really bubbling. What's left?
Sprite.
Sprite. Well, you guys are 100% right on this one. This is the soda. So let's go back to this one. Why do we think the ice cubes sunk in this one? What could be going on?
Well, clearly they're really heavy.
Okay, so what do we know about density? We decided that density was mass over volume. So what is mass?
How much something weighs?
That's right. So if mass over volume, what's volume?
The amount of space something takes up.
That's right, okay. So if the mass is something weighs and it's sinking, then you said that the ice had to be heavier than the liquid, right?
Yes.
So that would explain that it's sinking. So that's right. You guys are awesome.
Yay.
So what's going on when the ice is floating?
The liquid is heavier.
You got it. The density of the liquid is heavier than the ice cubes. You guys totally
I have a
nailed
question.
density. What, Francisco?
I was wondering what makes the other, where the ice is floating, what makes the liquids more dense than the alcohol?
Is it because there's more sugar in it or more, it's not as pure?
Well, every liquid has its own properties, and so density is one of those properties. So water and soda and alcohol all have their own density. So the water might be a different density than the soda, and so they're not going to be exactly the same. So the water might not be as heavy as the soda, but it's also, the ice is still lighter than the water, so it's still going to float. So the water and the soda are not the same, but the ice is still light enough to float on top of that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the alcohol is still heavier than the ice, is lighter, so the ice is going to sink.
How can we use this in real life?
Well, if you're at home or at a party and you're out, and one of your friends is maybe offers you a drink, or you see them drinking, and you want to know if it's safe maybe to get in a car with them. If you see them drinking maybe something and the ice is on the bottom, you know that that's alcohol. You don't want to get in a car with them if their ice is sinking, right? So that's something to make an observation when you're out with your friends at a party. If the ice is on the bottom, you don't want to get in the car with them. That's a very good question, Lacey.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, any other questions? You guys did awesome. I think you got the density down. And I'm going to give you guys a little quiz, and I'm going to give you some other liquids, and I want you guys to try this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to let you guys try this on your own. So here's some glasses, and I want you guys pass those out. Okay, and here's I have a bottle of rubbing alcohol, some water, apple juice, mineral water, some Sprite, some iced tea, and then here's some ice. And I just want you to play around and see what happens with these. And then what we're going to do is we are going to make a gradient from highest to lowest. And this is going to be the density of the liquids. And we're going to see what happens with the ice. And then you guys are going to tell me where on this gradient you want me to put the liquids. Okay, so let's just play around and see what happens.
Okay. Let's do that. Should the apple juice and the since we have to have it.
Yeah.
All right, so Lacey has the apple juice and Angela has the tea. Francisco, which one are you going to do?
I'll do that.
What would happen if we mixed the alcohol and a soda?
Ooh,
Wow.
let's do
All
that.
right, Okay, so the ice floats in the
Floats.
apple juice.
And the
And the tea.
Oh, the tea, that's right, the tea, sorry. And the ice floats in the apple juice.
But not quite as high.
Did you put alcohol on yours?
Okay,
Yeah.
so if we have to put that on the gradient, we're gonna put, let's see, Lacey said that the ice floated higher in the tea than in the apple juice. So where are we gonna put the tea on our gradient?
The tea is going to be lower density
Lower, like
than
maybe 2/3 of the way.
Okay, so the tea is gonna go
Yeah,
closest to lower.
closer to low.
Okay, so we're gonna put the tea here.
and then the apple juice needs to be closer to the high.
Okay, and we're gonna put the apple juice here.
Mm-hmm.
And alcohol all the way up to low.
And we're gonna put the alcohol over here.
No. No.
No, it's high density.
It's high density because it's not.
All right, let's talk about this.
Mm.
Let's talk about this. Make sure that everybody gets it. All right, so we're doing the density of the liquid. So, is the liquid heavier, or is the ice heavier?
The ice is heavier.
All right. So the density. So you guys are right. So we have to change this, right?
Okay.
Right? Do we all agree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good talk, guys. So we're gonna put the tea over here,
And the apple.
and then the apple juice. Good job, friends. And then,
The mixture of
That's-
Sprite and
That's just alcohol.
okay, so we
Oh.
decided just to do the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
let's dump some Sprite in and see what happens.
All right, yeah. So now that we have that's a good idea. Now that we have just the alcohol, let's.
Look!
And then
Float!
Okay, so back to Lacey's question. Back to Lacey's question that she asked earlier about being at a party and watching your friends. I guess that only works if it's
If
just
it's
straight
pure
alcohol.
Well, it's not actually floating all the way up the top. It's kind of.
maybe it depends on how much is soda and how much is alcohol.
Yeah. All right, so lesson learned.
Very cool. Thank you.
All right. Good job, guys.